Good morning, everyone. I am Star-Lord New Thor 7, your planetary defense commander, and I'm here this morning to walk you through the steps of Hurricane Florence as we know it. There is still a lot of uncertainty with this system. The only thing we know for sure is that she has the potential to pack a catastrophic and dangerous punch, along with heavy winds, heavy rains, and then some dangerous friends behind her. And this is as the United States has been having an increasing amount of precipitation and moisture hit its soil all year, pretty much. Now we're going to do a quick rundown. Everybody else sleeping, so I'm working the night shift. The GFS has Hurricane Florence doing that weird Hurricane Harvey thing where it just kind of sits off the coast in the latest model run, which I'll show you in a second. And the Euro has a direct landfall on North Carolina. I wonder if the NAM is up to it yet. The NAM has nothing. Okay. So, and this is right now, this is our moisture situation. This is total precipitable water that is willing to participate in the storm. And as you can see, we have a chain behind Florence. And now here's the deal, man. The weather community is a very big, very diverse community. Okay? There are a lot of great people here, and I always recommend you do your own research, make your own decisions. On that same note, it's okay for me to disagree with people, which I'm about to do, because the models have Florence doing something like this and either hitting or spinning and then going back out to sea. And by out to sea, that means potentially back to the UK. Now they have the next one, Isaac or Helene, I forget, kind of doing a hard right straight up. And then they have, is it Helene or Isaac going under? And so I don't trust the hurricane behind it. Let me get it so I know what I'm talking about. I don't trust Isaac at all. And so people are saying, you know, we aren't putting a lot of focus now on Isaac. And, you know, we don't have to at the moment, but because Florence is the main concern. But I don't see any signals yet that Isaac is going to turn. Because remember, that's the same thing they told us about Florence. And so we need to watch the situation. I mean, it's a situation, and I want to remind you guys, this just started. So we probably have about 5 more weeks minimum of this. Now let's click this forward. Oh, so Isaac goes under, and then Helene takes the turn, which is what I don't believe that. And so continue to monitor that. Yeah, it's a pretty compact situation, man. And so, all right, I want to show you guys some cool stuff that I pulled up. What we're talking about here. This is I pulled up like the last 5 runs of the GFS on total accumulated rain during the period. And if you see, it kind of breaks off at 24 inches. And so this is like the total disaster scenario where the bulk of Hurricane Florence hits North Carolina, takes a hard right kind of into the Gulf. Although the worst case, this whole thing would be spread all along up into Massachusetts. Now the run after that had it just offshore, but as you can see, the moisture level is more compact. There's a whole lot more rain in this model. And so if you move this over here, that would be extremely disastrous. See, once again, we're showing a large, giant, compact, heavy rain. And this was the 18Z 8 o'clock, which is dang near big problems because it would put anywhere from 8 to 24 inches up and down almost the entire East Coast from North Carolina up. And then here would be another disaster scenario if this were to go further west and you place this over here. So there are many reasons why this storm is very dangerous. Not only do you have the waves, you have storm surge, and we're talking 8 to 20 feet depending on if it hits, how strong it is. Right now people are talking about it being a category 4 with the potential of being a category 5. And we're looking at 36 to 40 foot waves along the coast, even on the GFS. Even if it's at in spin, I think it would cause a lot of effects, damaging impacts to the coast. And in one of the videos I haven't finished yet, there's been quite a bit of coastal erosion all along the beach from Nova Scotia down to Florida this year. What are we looking at here? This is the icon. I'm running down the models for you. But another thing is that, like, this atmospheric river will be dropping a ton of rain in the upper northeast before the hurricane even arrives. I think the two want to hook up, to be honest. I could be wrong on that. So the icon has... This doesn't go very far, does it? Not very iconic model. So the icon basically has it, on the 14th at about a Cat 4 coming to the nose and looking to do what would be a northward turn would be my guess. Now we're looking at the nav gem. It doesn't have the big storm in the northeast. Whoa. Is big, but the hurricane is nasty and monster sized. And earlier, before I fell asleep, Henry Market City made a point about this hurricane has potential to expand and grow into a monster hurricane. So, wait, is that okay? So this has it to the 14th. So at least we bought an extra day. Now the winds wouldn't be as heavy, but it looks like the rain would be twice as much as what the others have been predicting. Now we're going to look at the gem. And the gem has like a Cat 3, Cat 2 hurricane hitting in South Carolina, moving up into North Carolina. So I guess effects would be felt in Georgia and Florida. And at this point, I don't trust any of these models. And I think everything has been so weird that everybody really needs to be prepared still from Florida up the East Coast. And this has about a Cat 2, Cat 1. But that is doing the thing where it goes up the East Coast. And that's the motion I think it's going to do. So watch this again. This is what I think is going to happen. I hope I'm totally wrong. I hope it just goes out to sea. At any point, if it just goes out to sea and everybody's like, you were wrong, I will be very happy. I want you to know that. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't need to be right again. I've been right so many times. I'm kind of sick of it. And it doesn't seem to help me date. Okay. Nobody wants to date and know it all. I don't know what to do. Okay, but notice then it hits the nose and then it goes up the entire coast and then it goes back out into the cove and then it fills out and then carries off. That is the motion I'm looking for. Although this is like a poker game, so it could do the opposite. I mean, at this point, we don't know. Cranky Weather Guy, the king of weather Twitter, the king of the best weather guy I know, says we don't really know. He won't feel it locked in until tomorrow night. So we will keep watching the models, keep watching the storm itself, and then I will try to give you guys the best information I can. If it doesn't hit to the 14th, I think that's Friday. So then if someone had chosen to evacuate, that would give you till about Tuesday to make up your mind and then get your plans ready and stuff. So that's at least good news. We bought a little bit more time, but there's always a chance this thing could even move faster at some point. And so not only are we watching, this is the Euro, and it has the landing on North Carolina, but we are watching whatever this is happening. And so, like I said, I don't trust Helene carving out the Azores high pressure system. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we have to be ready for multiple hurricane landfalls in the future. And then this is the GFS. So, but wow, look at, I mean, if you've been following Thor News for a while, I've been doing this for 5.75 years, and for about 3 years now, I've been tracking the size of these rain bands and talking nonstop about how they just keep getting larger and larger. And Mother Nature's been building an atmospheric river over Mexico, through Texas, up the coast, and then out there. And she continues to show it, and we're continuing to see these areas get mega flood zones. And so multiple runs have shown that no matter what, at some point in time, Hurricane Florence just kind of blows up and expands into a megastorm as she gets carried out. So I hope I've conveyed that this is a very dangerous situation. I mean, if this were to do this, this would be Hurricane Harvey and move a little bit west and a little bit north. That could be extremely devastating. So I hope I've conveyed that this is a very dangerous situation that needs to be taken seriously. And that at this point, nobody knows exactly where it's going to go. So everyone needs to be prepared. And that I want you to think outside of the box. You know, get ready to go west or north with your family, your friends, your pets, in large caravans if need be. And that I will be here covering them all for you. We're going to do another video after this where I cover the other hurricanes, them being the focus. But right now, I want to go, speaking of that, I don't want to forget our friends in Hawaii. Where are we at? And it's going to be, not only, it's going to be a long week, and it's going to be a long month. So, pace yourselves, people. Pace yourself. So yeah, and around the same time, the United States could be getting hit with 2 hurricanes at the same time. The GFS has consistently shown Hawaii getting hit with. Now, it has it turning into a tropical storm right before it hits Hawaii, but the models have been pretty consistent with Hawaii getting hit by Olivia right around the same time, or right before Carolina would get hit, or the East Coast would get hit with Hurricane Florence. And then there are more storms behind each one. And then I forget the name of the Western Pacific record breaker. But in the Western Pacific, it had gotten to 880, I think was the lowest, and 880 or 870 is the lowest mean sea level pressure of all time. So I got to 875. So, I mean, we could have 2 of the strongest typhoon, cyclone, hurricane systems in the top 10 ever in the oceans at the exact same time. And look at that one turn into a giant Quetzalcoatl dragon. That's a big low pressure system, man. So these are interesting times. I highly recommend you plan, you prepare along the coasts. Go get water, beans, food now. Have backup plans just in case they say it's going to come in as a Cat 5 to your area and bring 40 to 70 inches of rain. Because we've seen Mother Nature drop rain in a non-tropical storm, or in a system like that. With Hawaii, 50 inches twice, and then Harvey, 50 inches. And that the flooding in Japan, India, a lot of these places have millions of people displaced by floods. So it is a very interesting situation. We have a giant, the atmospheric river, making everything super wet from here to here. Let me do river levels for you guys. Last time I checked, it was at 106. I stayed up for like 24 hours straight and then slept. So, but I got 7 hours of sleep, which is like 30 hours of sleep to me. Yeah, we got 113 rivers flooding. That is 7 more than last time. And as you can see, these are all kind of in the middle as the giant storm moves east. Look at, oh, wow, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's a major situation. And look how thick and dense this rain system is. You had major flooding going on in San Antonio, and that's not even the major storm I've been showing. I think there's another one after that, if I'm correct. See, like the GFS has, what day is that storm supposed to be there? Because that thing is, that's going to do damage all by itself. All right, so here we go. Okay, I guess, yeah, that is the big storm, but so that doesn't even leave until Tuesday. And then on Thursday or Friday is when the hurricane comes in. So we will keep you guys posted. It is a situation. You don't need to be scared. You just need to be prepared and work together. And definitely stay aware, because this situation could change on a dime at any moment. I'm your Planetary Defense Commander, and do this as a full-time job. And through y'all's contributions, support, and donations, if you want to continue to support me and donate, I'll leave my PayPal link. But I wanted to say thank you to all the people out there who have kept me at THORNEWS, doing what I love, which is making videos, being funny, and keeping you guys informed with the truth and the matters that are important. I really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. And there are good people in this world, and a lot of them are Asteroid Fight Club. And so thank you guys. I'm very proud. You guys are, I think everybody's handling this season way better than last season. So maybe all of our efforts and work have been worth it. But let's wait till we get to the good part, which hopefully will be in November. Man. All right, so everybody stay cool, and I will talk to you guys all day. That's what I do.